What is up, guys? We are out here in the shop today working on the jet skis. This is, I believe, the third episode of the build series here. I haven't titled it the build series, but all the other videos are on my channel. I just titled it by what we're doing in the actual video, so you guys can find what video you want to watch based on what you need to know. So far, I think we got one video up on this jet ski here, on the carburetors, cleaning them out and getting fuel. So that made this one run. So we have this guy running, and then this guy's currently not running, but I'm hoping we're gonna get it running today in this video. And we've already done one video on electrical on this one. So that was troubleshooting some common electrical issues. And then today I'm gonna get into testing some motors. All right, in today's video, we're gonna be testing, I'm gonna show you guys how I test motors and one of my favorite tools that I use to do it. So we have here this is the old VTS trim motor, and it just looks terrible. It's rusted out, looks like it's been soaked in water. Definitely need to be replaced and was not working whatsoever. I didn't even want to rebuild it since it was so bad. And then here is a new one. Got it pretty cheap, only 40 bucks. And then same thing with the starter. The starter wasn't working. And then got a new starter for 40 bucks. I was talking to the dealership, and they actually wanted to sell me an OEM starter for $250, which is absolutely ridiculous. So don't buy your starters from the dealership. Alright, so I'm going to show you now how I test the motors. So what I use is called a power probe. And it's a really handy electrical tester. I love having it. You can get them anywhere from $60 to $200 depending on how advanced you want to go. But this one I got on the lower end of the price range, and it still does the job, so I would recommend that. Okay, I moved down here just because the lighting kind of sucked up there. But basically with the power probe, you have 3 alligator clips. So you'll plug your positive into your battery and your negative into your battery. And I'm doing this all out here just for demonstration purposes. You can do all this inside your jet ski or whatever you're working on. But then you're gonna take your 3rd alligator clip, which basically is your ground clip, and you'll put it somewhere on your starter motor. And then you'll just apply power to the starter motor here. With using this positive button on it, we'll apply power. And you can see that the starter motor engages and works as it should. So we know this one's good, and this is the new starter motor, so obviously it should be good. Now we're going to test the old one. And obviously the old one's not working. So we know that this motor is bad. And we could do this all on the ski. Now I'm going to show you how to test these trim ones here. Pretty easy. It's the same concept. So these ones have 2 inlets. So one will be your ground and one will be your positive. And we'll apply power. And it turns one way, just like a window motor. And then you just flip these around. Apply ground to the other one and then power to this one. And it'll turn the other way. So that's how these function. And we know this one works. This one, you test it the same way, but it's obviously fried. So we're not even gonna bother. I'm replacing the whole VTS trim box and the motor, so I think I'm gonna install that in the next video in the build series. Today, I'm just going to be focusing on getting this thing running and installing our starter motor. Alright, now I'm going to put the starter motor into the jet ski. I usually attach the battery cable before just so it's easier and I don't have to worry about it when it's all down in there and hard to reach. Okay, so when we go to put this guy in, there'll be 2 bolts. One will go here and one will go here, and they're both Allens. And then there's a bracket that goes on the back here. I don't have it installed yet, and it'll attach under the ski. I'm not going to show me putting this in just because it's so far down in the engine, it'd be really hard to get a good shot. and you guys probably have better things to do than watch me tighten it down. This engine was last registered in 2012, so it hasn't started up in 6 years. So it's a good idea to oil the cylinders. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take this guy and just grab a little bit of oil and squirt it in there and then crank the engine over a couple times just to lubricate the cylinders before starting. Alright, now I got the spark plugs reinstalled and I put the carburetors on. I don't have any of the air stuff on. I'm just gonna verify that it fires up. Got my pre-mixed fuel here. You want to do this if you haven't started it up in a while. Even though it has self-oil injection, I still mix it just in case. I showed how to do this in one of my videos where I clean the carburetors on the other jet ski. So that's on my channel too. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this into each carburetor. And now after replacing just about every electrical component, let's see if it fires up. Alright, sweet. Well, we were able to get the ski running today. Super happy about that. And if you want to see the rest of this build series, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. The last thing we have to do mechanically is put the VTS trim motor into here that I got, and then everything from there is just going to be visually restoring these skis to brand new condition. Thanks for watching, guys.